Very good morning. Last class we are discussed about meaning and definitions of history. You know already, you wrote already in your 200 history copy. In comment box, I forward 1 and 2 marks questions with answers and 2 5 marks questions also. First question, definitions of history. Second question, today's class important point, important notes, importance of the study of history. Last class, definitions and meaning of history finished. Today we are giving much more important topic, importance of the study of history in every examinations. Your preparatory unit test, final examination as well as supplementary examination, most repeated question from the first chapter. Out of 2, 1 question is must you can attend in every exams. Importance of the study of history. Which are the important points? Why we are studying history? What is the use? These are the points we are studying. The study of history gives as an account of evolution of the culture of mankind since ancient times. Since ancient times we are studying different angles of the history. History presents an ocean of experiences, of different people. Hence, the study of history has been useful to man in many ways. Has been useful to man in many ways. Next, total 10 headings are there. How many headings are there? Importance of study of history. Under 10 headings, we are studying points wise. First one, history is the memory of the past events. In first topic, when we are studying the meaning of history, that time these points already discussed. Common point, history is the memory of the past events. The study of history gives us information about biographies of great men and record of major events of the world. That is why the famous historian Will Durant given one of the best statement. A country's past is like an individual's memory. A country's past is like an individual's memory. If memory goes, sanity goes with it. If memory goes, sanity goes with it. Hence, it is very essential for man to understand his surroundings and entire the world historical aspects. Another great personalities were Hayes and Moon, Hayes, Hayes and Moon wrote in his works, as memory is to man. As memory is to man, history is to mankind. Very interesting. As memory is to man, history is to mankind. These points we are studying under first heading, history is the memory of the past events. Second, history teaches religious tolerance. You know already the religious tolerance between different sects. Historians have wondered in different aspects. Religious tolerance always hinders of the development society. The religious stalwarts, great Jesus, Kabir, Guru Nanak, Sufi saints, Basveshwara and Ramakrishna Paramahamsa have tried to show the seeds of love and affection in humanity. Love and affection were the two aspects were spreading in the human values. Next, another important personality, Arnold Toynbee, in the definitions you know already. India's religious tolerance is the only way for the survival of the mankind. Very great definition, great statement given by Arnold Toynbee. India's religious tolerance. How many religions were practiced in India? How we are enjoying life? How we are practicing in our mother country? That is why he told India's religious tolerance is the only way for the survival of mankind. No other examples necessity. We are not giving importance to other countries' examples. In our country's examples is enough for us. Next, third heading, history is the source of inspiration. Source of inspiration. Inspiration very important. We are inspired from different personalities, same as it is. It records joys and sorrows, great deeds, achievements, contributions, adventures, thoughts and sacrifices were great source of inspiration. Great source of inspiration for us. Example, number of the great ideals, personalities history we are studying, like Mahavira, Buddha, Shankaracharya, Ramanuja, Madhvacharya, Vivekananda, Abraham Lincoln, Nelson Mandela are the source of the inspiration. Source of the inspirations. That is why these are the most great personalities where their principles, their thoughts, their ideals, their practices were effects on the society, where get the inspirations from these personalities. That is why Thomas Carlyle says, great personalities are no more. Great personalities are no more. History and autobiography of such personalities are still there. The great personalities are no more. They were not living, but their history and their autobiography of such personalities are still there. They were model for us. They were inspiration for us. They were studying, they were practicing. Their principles, their ideals were practicing in day-to-day life. That is why we become very happy. Okay, next, in that way, historical knowledge is the most essential knowledge regarding all aspects of human life, all social sciences of human life. Next, fourth one, history promotes patriotism. Very, very important. Patriotism. We have the patriotism among the nation, international relationships, that's also important. The study of history is one of the important factors in promoting patriotism. You know already the great India's heritage such as art, music, literature, religion, philosophy were the great examples for us. We focused in different forms of nationalism. These are the important points, basis of nationalism. How our nationalism spread in different aspects, these aspects, in which sector, in which fields, art, music, literature, religion, philosophy. That is why. Next, the life and achievements of great personalities, historical personalities of Shivaji, Kittur Chennamma, Lakshmi Bai, Bhal Gangadhar Tilak, Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Subhash Chandra Bose, Mahatma Gandhi ji promote patriotism among us. In different aspects, all these personalities, when I am discussed with you, just you have the some feelings regarding their Bhal Gangadhar Tilak, rise of nationalism in the minds of Indians. Bhagat Singh, same as it is. Chandrasekhar Azad, in the history of the Bhagat Singh and Chandrasekhar Azad, in the history of the extremist period, their contributions much more to the freedom struggle of India. Subhash Chandra Bose, multi-faceted personality, in different way. Mahatma Gandhi ji, center figure of the national movement. Their life were promote the patriotism among us, among the Indians. Not only Indians, among human beings. Next, the fifth important heading, history is a laboratory of social science. History is a laboratory of social science. Okay, history has practical utility. It supplies the historical data to social science subjects like economics, sociology, psychology, theology, philosophy, logic, geography, etc. Number of the social science subjects were collected the data from history. This is very great point. And one more point, most of the political resolutions of the UNO are largely based on the lessons of history. UNO is the present topic. What happened in UNO, you know already. In different ways, UNO's presence sometimes is proper, sometimes is not proper. In that way, in that route, what happened to the world, you know already. What happened in the world, what is the role of the UNO in implemented various schemes and administrative policies. Some of them were success, some of them were complete failure over the world. The sources of history in expressing his final opinion. That's very important. Thus, every social scientist depends on the sources of history, because in expressing his final decision, opinion, statements given by the personalities. Next, number sixth one, history infuses noble ideals. Very important. History gives the details about the noble ideals of Ashoka. You know already, greatest Ashoka the Great, Akbar the Great, Raja Chola the Great. In the history of the India, we are considered the three great personalities: medieval, ancient to medieval and modern period. Jesus Christ, Prophet Muhammad, Kanakadasa, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and Mother Teresa. History contributes the noble ideals like in French revolutions you are studying in next liberty, equality and fraternity. Truthfulness, ethics, non-violence, service to others. Mother Teresa, service to others, love and affection, forgiveness, kindness, the best political policy and religious tolerance, most important religious tolerance, etc. We are studying to the modern generation. We are remembered of these points, of these personalities, backgrounds to the modern generations. That is why it is the treasure of noble ideals and is the light of show the right path. Noble ideals and right path, both were important in these aspects. Next, we are studying another heading. History helps to broaden our outlook. Very broad sense are developed. Our outlook decisions is complete broad sense. That is why history helps to broaden our outlook. Helps to get the knowledge about the people, different countries, traditions, customs, cultures and civilizations. Cultures and civilizations. Art, literature, religion expands one's horizon of knowledge. Horizon of knowledge. Zenith of the knowledge were spreading. Broad and vast ideals, outlook decisions, focused views can spread over the world because the study of history. Next, history promotes international peace. International peace, very important. Now what happened in the world, you know already. International peace is most important. Already 2 world wars witnessed in massive destructions of the world cities. In that way, pointed out that unawareness of the culture. Why? What happened? Because unawareness of culture. We don't have the unawareness. We don't have the awareness. Unawareness of the culture. Our culture is very important. And narrow nationalism of other countries. Narrow nationalism of other countries led to such wars. Why these 2 wars happened? Because of this reason. Today there is a great deal competition among different countries, you know already. Nuclear weapons in that way, and the war equipments, atomic energy products, don't have the coordinal relations between the nations, because the study of history only the way development of coordinal relations between the nations. The study of world history is the need of the hour. History has given deals about the importance of League of Nations. in 1920, you know already. And the UNO, the role of establishing peace all over the world. The main aims of the UNO, establishment of peace and security around the world, friendly relations among the nations, respect to the human rights, given much more importance to, equal importance to men and women, and honorable acceptance of world law and legal aspects. Our culture, our traditions, international culture, international tradition, international customs were giving much more importance when we are studying the history. This is very important way changes happened in that way. Next, as a result, what happened? There should not be any discrimination based on caste, creed and religion in the society. In the society, this is the point. Next, ninth heading, history has professional uses. Very important. This aspect is very, very important. Why we are studying history? In social way, cultural way, economic way, administrative, in that way we are already known in different aspects of the study. In contents we know, but in practicing, it is a competitive world. Now history is the main core subject for the competitive examinations like IAS, Indian Administrative Service, IPS, Indian Police Service, IFS, Indian Foreign Service, KAS, Karnataka Administrative Service, etc. Number of the competitive examination, the role of history questions are much more important. The historical knowledge is a matter of necessity for the students, teachers, lawyers, journalists, administrators and statesmen. Next, politicians need historical knowledge in implementing administrative reforms. Their administrative reforms, their administrative schemes were implemented over the states before they known about the study of history. Thousands of the historians are working under the Department of Archaeology Survey of India, ASI, Archaeology Survey of India, under the central and state governments. I am also served as a Archaeology Survey of India in Rajasthan in 2002 as a superintendent of archaeology. Monthly wise, I am sending the report to the central government. Due to health reason, I am resigned that post. In Karnataka, only 3 students were cleared that examinations. But I am very much enjoying in my profession. Teaching is one of the noble profession I am enjoying with you. Next, in that way, new opportunities have opened up for the students, the study of history at museum and tourism departments also, and related in different fields. Thus, history has professional uses. Okay, this aspect separate 2 marks questions also comes to your examination. Mention any 2 competitive examinations uses of the study of history. Okay. Next, the last one, history removes prejudice. That's one of the important drawback. History removes prejudice. History helps to remove prejudice. Which are the prejudice? Particularly relating to caste, creed, color, class, language. That is why revolutions happened. That is why world wars were happened. Next, you are studying in further chapters, you are studying. That is why I told what happened. All these points were linked with other lessons, other chapters, other points, other thoughts, other views. That is why in that way history helps to remove prejudice. Next, friendships are developed, cooperations between the nations. This is the possible only through the study of history. Cooperation, cooperative nature. Cooperation nature is very important. When we are become very happy, we have urges to succeed. Next, we are cooperate with others, not only within the family. We concept is good, I concept is not good. I concept is selfish, we concept is gathered the society. All these points we are conclude the statements of the importance of history is the source of inspiration to individuals. Inspirations to individuals, nations and the world as a whole. Not only individuals, not only nations, the whole world as a participates in this way. Next, it is the gist of all important human actions and it serves as the guide to mankind. Guide to mankind. All these aspects, thoughts were guide to mankind, as remarked by one of the great personality of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, considered architect of Indian Constitution. He said, "Those who forget history cannot create history." Very important. Those who forget history cannot create history. Okay. With these sentences, I am conclude this class. Any doubts, any clarifications, anybody else, heartily I am accepting of your suggestions in my comment box. 1 mark questions 12 and 2 marks questions 4 and 5 marks questions 2. Questions with answers I am forwarding. Please you take down in separate history copy. Don't write other subjects points. Don't mingle with other subject. Separate history copy you should maintain throughout the academic year and get very best score in this academic year. God bless to you. Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Namaskaram.